Full and uncut versions available on Patreon. Check in the description below.
Greetings once again, sinners and demons alike. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with more of the Hazbin Hotel, where previously Serpentius has ascended to heaven. Rejoice, rejoice! And yet, several of the angels are not. Sarah, because, well, that means that she has been committing a genocide on those who could have been saved, who could have been made better, who could have ascended and joined into heaven's rank. And, well, Lut, because, well, they killed Adam and she wants to get her get back. But after the speaker of God comes down from on high, giving Serpentius an opportunity to tell his story and revealing why he was redeemed, well, Sarah is able to see the error of her ways. Lut, well, she's hallucinating seeing Adam, so that should really tell you all you really need to know about where that's going. Well, Serpentius is also not happy about these recent events, as he's desperate to know if his friends are all right after everything that's gone on. The downside is that, well, now that you're in heaven, there's no getting out, baby. Emily, St. Peter, and Adam's son, Abel, tried their best to acclimatize Serpentius to heaven, but he's just too worried about what's going to happen to his friend. Even more so, once Sarah initiates a heaven-wide lockdown, barring it from other realms, which is probably for the best because Lut really wants to go down to hell and do some more killing. But Emily manages to open up a quick portal to pop in, tell Charlie about everything that happened to Serpentius and make sure she's up to speed, and pops back out, and that's where we got the end of the first episode, where Charlie immediately freaks out upon hearing that. So, let's see how that's going, shall we? Oh, I got it. Right. Literally opening up from where the first episode left off. I kind of missed out on the fact that... Hold on. Was that Nifty just beating up? Yeah, she really does not like bugs. Holy fuck! She's hyperventilating. Oh, she got it all out. It actually worked. Redemption is possible. You did not know it. You went off of a hope. And not to mention, he had to die to be redeemed. What does that mean for everyone else? Like, this just creates more problems. And not to mention how much... The problem is, how do you prove it to everyone else? How do you convince them to go through with it? And to genuinely go through with it? Actually, that's a good point. Who does advertise on a Zeppelin? Then again, Vox does come from what? Where does Vox come from? The 1950s? 60s? Actually, let me look that up real quick. When did he try not to... I always try to do this without getting any spoilers coming across my face. So I kind of have to zone certain things out. But Vox died in, no, not China. I'm just looking for numbers. 1950s. There we go. Okay, I was right the first time. 1950. Okay. No. Yeah. No. Charlie. Oh, you don't get it. Vox is going to use whatever you try to convey against you. She has to find some way of getting her message out there without Vox filtering it through his bullshit. Charlie, your optimism is a beautiful thing. It's why we've gotten this far. But she just doesn't understand that Vox is just going to use this to smear her more. Yeah. Vaggie gets it. Yeah, but the problem is that the overlords end up losing a lot of what gives them control if sinners can be redeemed. So, gotta say, most overlords would, honestly, hearing that, immediately want to destroy the hotel even more. Because, and let's face it, the overlords probably be the people the least likely to be redeemed. Vaggie. This is one of those times where I really need you to just shove her in a room and just have what you know was gonna happen repeated on loop until it finally gets through that thick skull of hers. What is Velvet doing over there? she getting her witch on, of course. And I love the fact that all of them are kind of talking about this. Just like, no, Husk and Angel really got to know Pensius, and it's just like, no, it makes a lot of sense. He was deep down, weirdly enough, the nicest out of anyone in the hotel. That's weird to kind of say, but yeah. Angel on a good day. Aw. Cherry actually getting to Baxter and Pensius work together. Oh, then again, so what I heard is correct. Pensius kind of took Baxter's play, because there's a lot of characters who were initially just all going to be there, but they've decided to kind of trickle them into the series, because I know that even, what was her name? Mimsy. There we go. I had to think of the song. They're screaming her name at the end. Mimsy was supposed to be an initial part of the hotel too, way back when. But, she got regulated to a more minor role. So I guess it makes sense. Then again, he knows what Baxter will actually say about Pensius. Oh. Really? Okay, that's a lot going on. Oh, what's Alistair gonna say about this? Oh God. God. Having these two actually meet. Strangely enough, does that say fuck Alistair at the bottom? Oh God, he radiates so much Zuckerberg Musk energy. And it's very on the nose. And yet, that's the world we live in today. So, who am I to talk? Yeah, they haven't met either. God, I forgot how many people Charlie didn't actually get to know last season. Now, where's Alistair so I can mess with him? Oh, he was standing right there, and he just casually decided, yeah, I'm not a part of this. It's peace now. You think he would have taken an opportunity to take a few shots at Vox? I wonder what that's about. Is that drone following behind, shoot, which one died? Which one is still alive? Is it Razzle or Daz? I don't actually remember. They were so kind of interchangeable. I do feel bad that one of them died, but Razzle, Dazzle. God, even their wiki entry has them paired together. My God. Okay, Dazzle died, so it's only Razzle who's still alive. Too much red, of course. Oh boy. Oh God. Oh, what the? Wait, what did that say? Hold on. God, it's always so hard going back with this thing. Yeah, oh yeah, that series. Yeah, fuck your sister. So what? See, at least it's not just the wall that's being blown up in this place. Get rid of it fast, he'll use it to spy on you. You're protecting everyone and not just your favorite characters. Ooh, that definitely feels like a jab at Vivzi. But that is a good question. Oh God. Wow, there. Of course. And the worst part of this is that anyone who could interject isn't present. Where's Vaggie? Where's Angel? Where's Husk? Where's anyone else for this situation? Like, my God. I hate this because it's like, Charlie, you have no way of actually proving this to anyone. That's the worst part about it. How do you prove that Sir Pensius has actually been redeemed? And and there it is. How do you prove it? Yeah. I hate it that he's making sense and actually being the most rational person here is like, and how do we prove this? Although the fact that, did he want Pensius to actually show up so that he could immediately set upon his, I guess, plan of taking over heaven? Was that it? He thought it would be an in to getting up to heaven? Maybe it's a good thing that didn't happen. It is weird that he's being the most rational person here. It's just like, I can't really put that out there without, proof. But saying I don't want to spread misinformation. Can't wait to see this interview once it's broadcast. Oh God. Charlie. It's just so frustrating how much she wants these fuckers specifically to actually be here for this, because it's like, no, these are the last people you want filming anything because they're gonna spin it. And where's Vaggie? I really need Vaggie here for this. What was that? Oh, Baxter. What is he? Works for Vox Tech. That's probably not great. Works for Vox Tech. See, it's always hard to tell with Vox. But then again, if he was using Baxter to spy, he'd already have most of the information he needs right now. Probably cool. Okay, partners. That's kind of partners. Nope. Oh, flashback. Oh, he helped create the Egg Boys? Interesting. They were roommates. Okay. That actually explains it more, because, see, the Egg Boys don't seem like something that Pentious would actually create, but Baxter, on the other hand, okay, with bioengineering. That makes a little bit more sense. Interesting. Oh, what? They went up against, Zestial. Wait, in an arena? Really? They had competition in the arenas? I always just thought it was out in the streets. Oh, God. Oh, that's how it went. Interesting. Oh, wait a minute. That's obviously Vox, but he looks a lot older. And again, they collectively would be older. I mean, Zestial, Vox, Pentious. I wonder what, does it say what was the year when Baxter died? Oh, the 1910s. Oh, okay. He's fairly old. Okay, interesting. Oh, killing off the Egg Boys. What a little bastard. He's a lot sassier than Pentious ever was. I'll admit that much. But I don't know, like, did he never care for Pentious at all? And if Vox died in the 1950s and Pentious died in the 1880s, Baxter died in the 1910s, they would have had to have been around each other for at least close to 50 years. So, and you don't spend, then again, they could have only partnered up later on towards around the time when Vox died. So, I do wonder. But him being an employee of Vox, then again, it's not like Valentino uses Angel against Charlie too much. But Vox is a lot more devious, so we'll see. Still dropped the bomb. Nice. I'd say I'm surprised that it rains in hell, in heaven, but at the same time, probably for people who actually enjoy the rain. I know I do. Then again, I know where I'm going. Actually getting a Pentious song? Is he singing to Cherry? Oh, a duet? What? Aw, they missed the confrontation. Beating the blood out of him? I do wonder. See, I want to know more about Cherry's backstory, too. This is titled Hiss, a Love Song. I don't know how to respond to that. Oh, this is good, though. I know I tried to kill you. This is an amazing song. Oh my God. Just a mutually abusive relationship. I don't know how to respond. File the relationship under it's violently complicated. I wouldn't have expected that the first time we get a song that solidly focuses on Cherry Bomb outside of, that first song with Angel Dust. And that was pretty much, no, she was introduced in the pilot. So yeah, second duet. What was the title of that, first song she was involved in? Yeah, Addict. Yes. There we go. Because I kept thinking of Poison, but I'm just like, no, that's not the song. Oh God. I love how they immediately snapped from bored to devious in a second. And from a certain point of view, he's a reporter. Oh, man, yeah. And you set Angel into a spiral. Yeah. Oh, Charlie, I really need you to think more about what you do. You know? Yeah, it's great that last season she understood boundaries, but, Charlie, baby, no. Condition. Yeah, even Husk is just like, yep. Oh boy. Train wreck in process. Easy step-by-step guide to follow. Charlie, Pentious died to get redeemed. Like, I've never used this word before, and I've heard it used multiple times to describe Charlie. It's gonna feel weird coming out of my mouth. Charlie is what most people call Delulu. Just, wow. Like, it's just not registering. Like, I've heard of sheltered upbringings, but ooh, this is bad. Flat-headed baby Barbie. That is, I love that. It is weird that Alistair didn't immediately try to step to Vox. Is he weakened after that battle with Adam? Because it's like Alistair's just shrink so far into the background. It's weird. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh boy. Oh, I would love to see Husk just beat the ever-loving crap out of Vox. Yeah, one of the few times Angel doesn't want to be in the spotlight, right? But then again, it kind of comes to the hotel, not for a lot of that. Another song. You can't force this, though. It sucks because Angel's redemption was coming through the fact that, yes, Charlie was pushing it, but it was a lot of the belief that Charlie had in him and the want for Angel to do better for Charlie. Charlie pushing it like this is, I don't know. It was everything I was kind of worried about when they did find out that redemption was possible. Oh god. Aw. See, you went from a very beautiful moment between the two of them. It's just like that moment of hope. Yeah, he's just like, you generally believe in me? And then immediately propped on stage. Like, it's just like, Charlie, you shoot your own message in the foot here, baby. Oh god. Tensions. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Yep, she's going down the route of he had to die in order to be redeemed, so maybe that's the option. And it's just like, no, for the love of God, Charlie, that is Then again, actually, nothing but angelic weapons could actually kill most sinner demons. So, but I've heard that reforming yourself isn't pleasant. Yeah. We went even farther off that deep end and hit the Marianas Trench. Oh, God. And all of this is still being filmed. Oh, God. Charlie, you're a dumbass. Yeah. But I'm going to be honest, I'm not surprised it's gone in this direction. She was so excited to find out that all of what she said was possible. She was so excited to prove it that she didn't think about, proving it. Boy. At this rate, I think Husk's just like, you know what? Just run me the fuck over. I'm okay with it, man. What? Oh, angelic. Is that an angelic speak? Charlie. This is just awful. Awful in so many ways. Though I get it, if Charlie was just able to just confirm to everyone redemption is possible, you wouldn't probably have too many episodes to this season, I guess. And I guess that's mostly the main conflict of it. It's just, but it also makes sense for Charlie's character. She believes too much in the best of everybody, and if not for that, conscience wouldn't be redeemed. But because of that, she believes the worst kinds of people. It's, okay, good. Well, at least she has a failsafe. Can't wait to see how it fails. Oh my god. Really? I do have to question if Val had something that opened like this. I'm pretty sure it was a snuff film. He's gone Texan. Oh god. Oh god. I do love that her idea of a bad person is so comically bad, even though there are people, and we know it from Helluva Boss, who are like this in hell, actually. Oh boy. Wait, did he? Oh, he sabotaged. Oh, you know what? Of course he would. Of course he would sabotage it. Oh my god, Nifty. Nifty's in control of it, of course. You actually tied him to the trap. Oh my god. Of course. Oh, ooh, nice. Oh, cool. Wait. Oh. Yeah, Huskies were just he doesn't think he's worth being saved, especially at the cost of someone else's life. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Of course, they were definitely recording all of that. Yeah. See, even Vaggie kind of understands, like, look, redemption is going to be definitely, especially since, because of what we actually know from what the speaker said, it's a case-by-case basis. Like, the one thing that Charlie never really accounted for was what happened in a lot of these guys' human lives. What sin follows them, and honestly speaking, there might be some people with sins that just can't be redeemed, who still revel in their sins. There might be those who continue to languish in hell for all of eternity because they like it. Oh, and yeah, that makes sense. See, that lesson on boundaries. Because the thing is, what Penchis went through, what Penchis had to do, really had to come at a very critical moment. And even that moment with saving Husk, yes, that definitely probably helped his path towards redemption. But when it comes to what got him sent to hell, Charlie should understand that's a touchy subject, but she's just too into proving this. And Charlie is honestly right now the worst version of herself. Oh boy. Oh, wait, he knows? Murder. Oh, right, he killed his family. Ooh, patricide. Right. Yeah, I did hear about that beforehand. And yeah, the sad thing is, she did invite that. That's the bad part here. And of course, her going after them is going to be spun a million different ways. And Charlie really set herself up for this one. Oh, that is the question. It's such a leading answer because I think he wants her to say no. The question of, can he be redeemed? Is she wants her to say no. Especially with what he just did, especially with how mad she is right now. It's just like, oh, so you won't redeem me because I hurt your little feelings? So it's exclusively the people you like. Like, there's a million different ways to spin this. This man is really just he's the ultimate griefer, honestly. Oh. And using the fact that they were kicked out to say that, yeah, a million different ways to spin it. Even if they did still say something positive. Like, not everyone's welcome. We were kicked out. There it is. Really? He just epic peace out and Velvet has to take the elevator. That is true. You know what? Yeah, give it to her. She deserves it. Like, Charlie took this way too far and really went into some things that Angel was especially touchy about. Like, the Val thing was bad. But this, like, ooh, Charlie, you screwed the pooch hard on this one. Like, it's gonna take a lot more than a few apology letters for this one. Understandably. Yeah. Like, stop her, because that hole's already deep. Y'all in hell. I don't think he can go much lower at this point. Wait, didn't he just throw down his hat? How does he have it back on his head now? Huh, really? Got a car outside. Yeah. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure half of this is just for their personal enjoyment later. Alive. Fail compilation. Commercial. Oh, God. Yeah. Really? Obviously, Velvet. Really? And even just outright lying, too. Like, you don't even have to lie. Half of the stuff that was going on there was already just plain bad enough. You don't have to lie or mislead too much. But then again, making that seem as worse as possible, right? Yeah. Oh, Cherry. Yeah, and Cherry always shows up when Angel's really feeling down. But I don't think a night out on the town's gonna fix this. So did she genuinely decide to stay? Does she really want the path to redemption? Very interested, because in the Attic music video, she seemed to be referring to somebody who also, like, you had cutaways to somebody else who seemed very similar to Cherry, who had one eye and a hat and stuff, but I don't really know what the context is of her character at this point, because I think pre-Hazbin in the early days, she was supposed to herself be an exorcist, but I don't know if she was supposed to be an angel in terms of that too. So I really don't know what her past is at this point. Man, that was a rough one. That was rough to get through, because of course Charlie screwed it up so badly, and why wouldn't she? And what else could I really say? I mean, because if Charlie was just good at listening to others, she wouldn't have even created the hotel to begin with, and then Penchis never would have been redeemed. So there's so many elements that show in the series as a whole that show why this would happen, how it could be avoided, but why Charlie would circumvent all those avoidances. Honestly, though, I'm more surprised that Vaggie didn't just step in more. Because it's one of the few times Vaggie wasn't essentially attached to the hip with Charlie, and it's just But then again, Vaggie does have a bad tendency of letting Charlie lead with so many of her ideas, but at the same time, so many of her ideas, again, got Penchis redeemed. So I could see Vaggie be waiting in the wings like she was, hoping that things worked out, but knowing that there's no way this does work out. It's a rough one. And the outing that, Angel killed his dad, that for most people it's just terrible person, yada yada yada. But what's the context behind it? And was it a situation where Angel killed his father because his father was abusing him? Is that father was doing something bad? Was it that Angel, because as far as I know, Angel comes from a mafia background. That's why you see Angel constantly wielding Tommy guns. So was Angel trying to take over the family business? But I can't really see Angel having that mindset. But then again, Penchis, who was only ever just a humble inventor, back in the 1880s, who knows how much he even really invented, and not to mention he ended up dying not too long after what we saw of him. Honestly, he didn't look that old, so the fact that we cut to 1880, saw him looking like a fairly young enough man, and then he died in the 1880s still? But then again, 1880s, he might have caught a disease that killed him off in a few years. So that's always a possibility. Not to mention, when you're a sinner, you always tend to have things you don't like kind of highlighted, which is why apparently Angel is a spider, because he doesn't really care for his legs, so he's a creature who is all about legs. Husk doesn't really care for cats, so he is a cat. It's not so much a hate, it's just a discomfort constantly. Maybe Baxter doesn't much care for water and all that, or being submerged, so he's a sea creature. But with some, their looks tend to relate to how they died too. So I do have to wonder about a few things. It makes me wonder, why does Velvet kind of look like a doll with joints? Why does Vox have the TV for a head? What's the deeper meaning there? Like an insecurity about that's all he is? Just the face you see on the screen? There's so many different directions you could go with it. And does Angel's appearance as a spider relate to him being caught up in his family's web of crime? That they had a family that had so many, it's like spiders scurrying all over the place? What's the deeper metaphor here? But this only being the third episode makes a lot of sense. Charlie has to now spend however long to try to turn this around and get people back on her side, which Vox will definitely use going forward to discredit her even more than likely. It really is just a question of, how does she turn this around? What does she need to do to turn this around? Can she even turn this around? I guess we'll see. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the ride. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you later. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.